Hey, it's Brendan, the data focused Realtor. People keep asking me where are interest rates going and where's the forecast going for prices in 2023? I'm going to answer that question with actual data and I'm going to go and review September numbers and our monthly report. Let's just jump into it. So, first of all, let's talk about rates. So, just a few months ago, it was unthought of that we would actually go to 7% with interest rates. And here we are, we're at 7%, right? We're fluctuating between 6.5 to 7% over this last month. But we do expect, forecasters do expect, that we will surpass the 7% in the next few months. However, it's unlikely to see the steep increase. Or likely just going to have a smaller increase moving forward. Now, what about the price forecast? So let's look into this for 2023. We're looking at all of the experts out there. And of all the experts, we do have one that thinks we will have a depreciation. The others are looking at an actual appreciation. And the average, if you include even this negative 4%, you're looking at a 1.8% average for national equity, or I'm sorry, price increases for next year, 2023. What about this? Is a very cool chart here, and the source will go ahead and link inside of our video information below. But we were looking at the appreciation depreciation of all the markets. So MSAs is like all the MLS markets. Well, we pulled Austin, and the forecast is a 1.4% appreciation for 2023. And if you look here, go ahead and pause this, you'll see there's some markets that are going to have depreciation and some markets that are going to have appreciation. But majority, 618 of those markets are showing an appreciation for the forecast of 2023. So that's good news. Of course, Austin is a highly desirable city that people are relocating to. What about rent prices? So we did pull all the way back from 1988. And you can pause this. It is a steep increase in median rental prices. Obviously, it's a little bit more here in Austin, but wow, this is just clear as day on where rental prices are going to continue to go moving forward, right? What about equity gain? So here's a really cool fact. If you look at the bottom, the national equity gain average is $60,200, and that's at like the top for here in the Texas area. But just that's year over year. Just over the last 12 months, there's been an average of $60,000 in equity. So there's a lot of homeowners with a lot of equity in their home right now. Now let's go into the regular data summary. Let's jump into what the heck these numbers mean. I'm going to go past this real quick. So the average days to sell year over year, it used to be 16 days this time last year. Now it's 33 days. So it's double the time in order for a home to sell. The number of new listings decreased 5%. So that means less inventory starting to come on the market. That makes sense because wintertime we tend to have a decrease of new listings. So right now we're at 4,042 new listings in the previous month we're at 4,200. We also have a decrease in close to list ratio price. Also, the median list price is at 513, so that decreased as well. The median close price is at $470,000. And the active listings to sold listings, we do the little math, we figure out what the inventory is. We're at 3.7 months of inventory, and that's really good. That means you get to select, as a buyer, you get to select from different homes. And as a seller, well, that stinks because now you have more competition. Let's talk about buyers really quick. So first of all, I do want you to understand we actually have the number of sales. We actually have a greater amount of sales from September's numbers than pre-pandemic. And what does that mean? What do I mean exactly? So of course, before the craziness of the last 2 years of the pandemic, we're looking at those numbers because those are factual, real, uninterrupted craziness, right? And we saw that the number of sales this last month was greater than all the September years in the past. So if that perception is, well, we're not doing that the greatest when it comes to closings, yeah, we are. We've closed more than any other September ever in years past, minus the pandemic, right? So that's great. That shows us that it's really not as bad as what people may feel because there's been a change. Now, buyers, you have 100% negotiation power at this point if you have the right agent, though. And a 4.5% interest rate is 1000% possible. A lot of you are thinking, well, I thought rates went to 6.5 to 7%. Yes, but there's a way to hack the market. Feel free to reach out if you want to know what that is. Also, sellers are willing to pay for closing costs. And when it comes to inspection repairs, the seller is willing to absolutely make those repairs as needed. We're also seeing normal price drops. And we already talked about the interest rates. The Fed rate hike, we do expect another two prior to December. And that's going to, of course, see above the 7% interest rate is what the experts have forecasted. Sellers haven't fully understood this shift. They understand there was something that has shifted, but they don't understand the logic with emotion hasn't come together to truly decrease the price from where it was at its height. Also, for 2024, rates are predicted to be on the high 4%. That's important if you are trying to also hack the market with having, like, you can have in the future, apologize, somebody's calling me. You can refinance the loan. So then next, also, there's little risk of foreclosures in the next 2 years. I know there's been a lot of fear about, oh, all the foreclosures are about to come on. Everybody, there's so much equity out there in the housing market that foreclosures are not going to be an issue. We may see about a 1% increase, worst case 2%, but forecasters aren't predicting any kind of crazy amount of foreclosures. So don't bet on that. Sellers, okay, it is a buyer's market, at least in Austin. Other cities, not so much. Definitely in Austin, it is. Buyers have all the negotiation power right now, unless it's a perfect home. So if the home looks great, it's pretty inside, it's against a green belt, I mean, it just has all the bells and whistles, you'll have multiple offers. I mean, we literally just had another listing with multiple offers, 3, 4 buyers, and they really wanted this property. They were all over 100,000 over the list price. It is happening, but it's not like what it was before. Higher inventory also since the last 5 years. So we were at 2,600 listings in January. We're now, obviously saw we're above 10,000 just this last month. Also, the selling strategy is completely different. So you're not selling like you were just even a month ago. You do need to get you can win if you have a fair price. So that's super important. And expect your prices to reduce from the high. Again, in 2022, expect about a 2% appreciation for the year over year. And in 2023, expect higher supply. So you're still going to have competition as a seller in the future. Okay, if you have any questions about what we reviewed today, reach out to me. I love to teach and educate. There's not a dumb question in this market. If you're a past client and you're like, hey, I'm trying to figure out my home value so I can dispute my property taxes, reach out to me, right? I'm more than happy to help you. Okay, guys, see you next month. Bye.